Welcome to This Might Go Left. Honestly, I think the title sets you up for the reality that, hey, things might not go as planned. My name is Michelle, and this podcast is, I don't know, let's call it a collection of conversations. All of them are going to be honest and real. Some of them are going to be chaotic, sarcastic, funny, and a lot of them are probably things that people think but don't actually say out loud. I am who I am, and I am that sarcastic, witty person that says out loud what I'm thinking. So it makes for a good time. The part about this podcast that's kind of fun is it is broken into different series. So depending on what mood you're in, you can find something that fits. And you know what? Let me just, because this is the quick intro, I'll give you an idea of what that looks like. We have one series that's called Disaster in Dating. And if you're thinking, oh, bullseye, this sounds like my life, same friend, same. It is really the foundation of how we got here, the experiences that shape how we think, what we tolerate, what we absolutely do not tolerate anymore. It also has some like pretty questionable, funny dating stories sprinkled in there. There's another series that's called We Call This Therapy. And this is where my friends and I unpack things that we've been through, things that we've worked through in real life and in actual therapy. It is just that best friend therapy dynamic. You know, the one where we're talking through everyday life as it happens, and where our biggest hype man and we're like, yes, oh, you should kick their ass. Uh, Maybe you should switch how you say this. Let's do deep breathing exercises. And the whole time that we're giving our advice on the situations to each other, we're like, yeah, we should probably be on the couch with someone licensed. But for now, I definitely feel better talking to you. There's a series that's called Seem Like a Good Idea. We all know when we say seems like a good idea, it usually means it was not. And this series is actually not talking about like a person or like anything romance or anything related. It is, I have a friend that's renovating her house. I recently just moved into a house. I'm deep in that DIY phase and making this house my home. And to put it simply, I have a lot of power tools and not always a clear plan for how to use them. Oh, I also have this thing. It's called Champagne Taste on a Beer Budget. So, in that series, we're just talking through the trial and errors of DIY, what to watch on YouTube, where to find the things that helped us along the ways, like the Amazon, Wayfair, Walmart finds. It's got the chaos, the frustrations. It's a little unhinged, kind of funny. But, if you find yourself that you're in that phase too, like you are looking at different DIY projects, you're like, hey, I'm looking at how can I organize this? Or I need a project idea. Or maybe just you're like, I want to feel better about my own projects. Maybe we give you some ideas, but at the very least, it might help you avoid some of our mistakes. And honestly, that is just the beginning. As this podcast grows, the series will grow with it too. We're adding series like F Them Kids for babies included. Because let me tell you, some of the things they do, human or animal, they are wild and they need to be talked about. We're going to add a series called HR Would Not Approve. You already know what that is. That is that coworker. That is the meetings that could have been in an email. That is the how do you professionally say that was stupid, you suck, and get out of my face. This one is going to be fun. I'm excited about this. There is also, and this is honestly probably going to be one of my favorite series, it's called This Might Sting. And this is where we read your stories, we look at your comments, answer your questions, give you our honest take, no sugarcoating, no fluff, just real talk. So, yeah, I mean, that's the intro. There is a little bit of everything here. I'll have a co host, and sometimes it'll be just me. It might feel a little different from episode to episode, but the one thing that stays the same is this: they are real conversations that actually go somewhere. We're going to laugh, probably overshare, call ourselves out a little, call each other out, and hopefully say something that either makes you feel seen, reminds you that you're not alone, or makes you rethink something. And if you find yourself in any of these stories, like you relate to them, or even if you're figuring out things along the way like we are, welcome. You're in real good company. We're fun. So, yeah, things might go a little left, but it makes for some really good stories.